at this level of competition. Just so impressed with Lakey at the moment. From the Gold Coast, you know, it's hard to back those wins up, but Lakey just telling us how comfortable she feels in this lineup, and it shows through in the timing of her maneuvers as she just makes connection with that first section and then really lays into it. That was one of my favorite moves of the day. I think throughout the day we're going to see some massive maneuvers, but you just saw the intent on Lakey. I love that deep bottom turn and the way she even angles that board even more critically in that section and just lays into that lip, compact style and surfing, and rides out of it so clean, so technically very sound. Lakey just making a statement with those big maneuvers.
23-year-old looking very sharp at the moment. Also out in the lineup, Tatiana Weston-Webb representing Hawaii. She's going to kick out on this one, so her first effort isn't going to eventuate into a decent number. The Great Southern Ocean lighting up on day 3 of the event window, and Macy swing on a bomb. A nice carve to get started. Rolling down the line now, another big swoop. And she gets a solid finish at the end.
They've set her up well to get around it. Loving the inclusion of Macy Callaghan on this tour, the caliber of surfing that she's displaying. That level is so beautiful. Clean swoops from Macy. Just unfortunately gets bucked off there, but you can see a little bit of a difference in the big statement maneuvers that Lakey is making.
Not quite. Right behind her, Tatiana on her second wave. Again, not great with the wave selection, so she's yet to put up a decent number. Here we go, Peterson up. Grew up surfing a right-hand point break, and it shows. And she reads the first section so well. Running out of room here, so again, just 2 turns. Off to 2.83. Let's see the replay of Lakey's ride.
Lakey laying into that rail once again. Sets up that second maneuver. I love the projection that she gets from that maneuver.
Tatiana looking to drop a decent number here. Drives up into this section. Beautiful backhand snap. Good vertical approach. Arrives at that next section a little late, and as a result gets slapped down. What a start for Lakey though.
Lakey is on fire. She has that rhythm. So great, and just the speed and pacing of her maneuvers. So just knowing the wave well and knowing where to pace those bigger maneuvers.
Well, here goes Macy once again. Driving down the line. And she is chasing down a pretty big number here to get into the lead. Looking for a 7.97. Either that or she wants to dump the 4.83, which she's hanging on to as her highest ride at the moment. That'll narrow that requirement, improve her chances of getting ahead of Lakey here. Tati, she's deep at the moment. She's used priority on this one. And she's now trying to get out in front of this wave. She will get there, but it's just a little too late. So Lakey Peterson, tactically sharp as well as sharp on her feet at the moment. She's got priority, hang on to the heat lead. And Tatiana, another throwaway number for her.
He's kind, he's gentle, and, you know, especially for me, I love him. I just love him.
And they welcomed you onto the Black Sticker crew.
He did. It was such a surprise. I didn't, like, everyone knows that Mick runs the Black Sticker, and why? Because it's Mick and he's just incredible. So it was quite a surprise to hear that.
Got more set waves rolling our way. Tatiana Weston-Webb, she's chasing a 9.97. Macy Callaghan's after a 7.97. And this is Macy's ride. Big, clean face to work with. Gets out in front of it. Mixing things up. Drifts that tail just a little. Then goes to the carving moves. And gets herself a solid finish as well. Ready to compete at the elite level. Tatiana now drives up into that first section. Changes her angle and gets a big carve done. And there's a solid closing move on the impacts. Or maybe she's just going to go for it. On the attack. No. So she opts out.
Yeah, there's an interesting reshuffle.
Lakey's got priority. She's going to use this one. It's an easy decision as this wall stands up. Lakey takes a bit of a high line before dropping down and getting this first turn in. Releasing so much water again. limited space to move.
Same board that she was riding at Snapper, so she's got a couple trusty weapons under her feet. But Lakey, watch her take her time for this first move, sets it up beautifully, makes connection with that lip, looking down the line for something more. Second maneuver.
And a really good chance at improving her score. Tatiana with a bit of room. Has really struggled to find a wave with multiple sections. I think she turned her best score in just moments ago on a solid closeout finish. That'll be a decent number 2. She needed a 6.24 to get into the lead prior to Lakey's last ride.
Yep, just good to see that Tatiana's linking those maneuvers now. We saw her make that big floating move, drops the hammer on that one, and then Tatiana winding it up on her backhand. A little bit of a mistime there, but Tati just getting some work done there. That second maneuver, beautiful swoop, and then something clean and crisp to finish it off. Well, that composure and that time that she spent on tour, I think she's just matured so well. This wave.
Well, here goes Macy. A high line trim to set up this first section off the bottom, and she just slightly mistimes that hit. She'll take a fall there. 3.5 minutes to go, and it's all working out for Lakey at the moment. Still has a number rolling through. The only problem is Lakey Peterson keeps improving her situation. Lakey had a 6.67 on that last ride. Macy Callaghan, she's got work to do, chasing a 9.27 that wave. Not enough room to move. Good looking wall. One of those rare occasions where maybe the first wave in the set wasn't the best option. Decent first turn from Tati, but this wave is going to run out of wall. And that won't be the 7.6, 45 seconds to go now.
Just so impressed. I mean, I think when you think about how that first heat, that first round sets the tone for the rest of your event, Lakey is just going to carry through this performance into round 3, looking so tidy.
Lakey Peterson, the current world number 1, on fire and through to the 3rd round. One more heat to come to wrap up round 1. Nikki Van Dyke, Joanne Defay and Carolyn Marks just around the corner.